A few months ago, Reddit introduced polls as an all-new type of post. A lot of the feedback and response to this poll system has been very positive. A lot of people think this is a really great idea and a great feature. I think that this really expands on the interaction that you can have with the content that's posted. Some people have even offered suggestions on how to improve this system. The user Lucas suggested considering implementing approval voting instead of just plurality voting or first past the post voting. This user also suggested that it would be better if you could also let users pick other voting systems such as score, star, or Condorcet. So this comment got me thinking of what more voting systems could look like on Reddit. As a side project, I took it upon myself to create a prototype of what this concept could look like. Using Adobe XD, my goal was to keep consistent with Reddit's design and expand on the polling system Reddit recently introduced. My hope is that these polls can inspire new types of interactive content Redditors can engage with. When Redditors want to create and post a poll, after opening up the poll panel, they'll now have 5 different options of polls that they can select: vote, approval, score, ranking, and bracket. I want to take a minute to show you how each of these different types of polls work. The first poll available to Redditors is the vote. This is what Reddit currently uses, so in this case nothing really changes. It allows Redditors to choose only one option. So after selecting vote, Redditors will click next, and then they'll input their information with the title, the text, different options, and the voting length. And then they can post. After posting, different users can select their different options, but as you can see, you can only select one option at a time. The next type of poll a Redditor can post is the approval. The approval poll is very similar to the vote poll, but the only difference is that Redditors can now select from any combination of options, as opposed to just a single option like the vote poll. The third type of poll that Redditors can pick is the score poll, which assigns a score for each option available. The inputs are the same, but the Redditor can pick what the score is out of. The default is 10, but they can also select 5 or even 100. After inputting the information and posting, users will then be able to assign a score for each option available. For scores out of 5 or 10, they can have a drop-down menu that selects the score they want. But for scores out of 100, there can be a text box for users to input their score. The next option available to Redditors is the ranking poll. This poll ranks options based on the user's preference. The input is all the same. After posting, users on Reddit can then select a rank for each option available. This rank is based on the number from highest to lowest given for each option. The final type of poll that Redditors can pick from is the bracket. The bracket allows different options to advance to different rounds. The inputs are a little different. As you can see here, each option has a seed that's associated with it. The top seed will be paired against the bottom seed. Also, you can see that the voting length is now on a per round basis. Once posted, users then select which options they want to advance to the next round. Of course, you can only vote for the options based on a pair, like here. In this case, let's have option 1 and option 4 be selected. Once the round is over, users can also vote in the next round to have options advance until there's one final winner at the end. For the results, the vote, approval, and bracket polls can simply add up the number of votes that each option gets, whereas the score and ranking polls can take an average of the votes per option. My sole purpose for this project was to explore a design concept and come up with a solution based on user feedback. This project is pro bono, and you have my permission to use these design ideas in any way that you like and to share this idea with anybody that you want. I appreciate your time, so thank you for learning more about my design.